Welcome to the final practice where we put together all the 4 meditation stages which we've been working on to date. And this is very much what we've been aiming for, to create a single meditation where we engage our mind, calm our mind, go into the mindful stillness on breath, and then become the stillness itself. So a lot of this is going to be totally familiar to you. You've already been practicing many parts of this, and it's really just a case of putting it together. So let's get going. You know the drill: safe place or place where you're not going to be disturbed. You're not going to be doing anything else that needs your full attention. All you're doing is this meditation. You know by now how to sit. That was described to you in the foundation section, and no doubt something you're becoming very comfortable with as you progress through this course. Our old friend distractions, you know how to manage those. Simply note a distraction, let it go without any kind of judgment, and come back to whatever phase of meditation we happen to be on. When we do start working with our breath, remember that we're not trying to change our normal breathing patterns in any way. We're just accepting them as they are. Now for this session we're going to be practicing for 20 minutes in order to combine all 4 practices, and we're going to be doing 5 minutes of each of the 4 stages. What I'm going to do is guide you when to change, and I'm going to be using the singing bowl as I've used before. So I'll use the singing bowl to start the session at each of the changes between the different stages, and finally right at the end. Now the practice, I'm going to talk you through this. As usual, we'll walk through it together and then we'll practice it together. Now, because we're covering 4 stages, unfortunately I've had to split it into 2 slides, but don't worry, as I just mentioned, there's nothing new here, and I'll be guiding you through it. So, the first stage, we're going to be using the neutral phrase, who am I? At the start of the meditation, I'll invite you to take 3 deep breaths. Then I'll be repeating the who am I with you for a short time before letting you carry on for the rest of the remaining 5 minutes of this particular phase. After 5 minutes, I'll sound the singing bowl, and we'll move into combining the phrase who am I on the out breath with just relaxing and letting our attention go on the in breath and so on. And you're going to be repeating these 2 steps for the remainder of the 5-minute session. At the end of that 5-minute session, I will then sound the singing bowl again, and now you let go of the phrase altogether. And on this 3rd phase, you're continuing to be aware of your natural breathing pattern, and you're allowing your focus to go on to the out breath and the pause before the next in breath, relaxing your attention on the next in breath and the pause at the full point. And you're just repeating these over and over again. When that's finished, we move on to the final 5 minutes, and that is a practice which we've come to know as just sitting, just being, where you let go of all technique and you just sit there, aware, being who you are, right here, right now. When the session is finished, I'll sound the singing bowl again, and right at the end I'll invite you to feel your feet on the floor, move your fingers, etc. Now, having just walked through all of that through a couple of slides, it does look very complicated, but I'm sure you're very familiar with all of this by now. Plus, I will be guiding you through it. So there's no need for you to try and memorize these slides. I'll be talking you through the process just as we've done before in earlier practices. So we are pretty much ready to start. If you'd like to do the practice now, then just stay with me. If not, then make a note of the time, or possibly pause the video and come back when you're ready to start. So we will be starting any second now, so if you'd like to get into your sitting position, just relax and listen for the singing bowl. I invite you to take 3 deep breaths. Who am I? 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 And now become aware of your natural breathing cycle as the breath rolls in, pauses for a while, and rolls out again. Pauses briefly before coming back in. And on the out breath, you're going to continue to repeat the phrase, "Who am I?" Okay, Now you let go of the phrase altogether, just focusing on your breathing. Focus your awareness on your out-breath and the pause before the next in-breath, and then relax your attention on the next in-breath and the pause at the full point of your breathing cycle. And repeat these two steps for the next few minutes. And now let go of all technique altogether and just sit, just be. And feel your feet on the floor. Wiggle your fingers and bring your attention back to the video. Thank you for joining me in that meditation. I trust that you found it most enjoyable, relaxing, peaceful, and so on. And I look forward to joining you in the next module of this course.